For me, this is an absolute treat because I played Frostpunk 1, though I didn't finish it, but I played it and loved it a lot. So essentially, this is a city building survival game about a kind of, well, let's say climate change went far. You're in an icy world and you need to try and survive. Let's check out the story together. Let's jump into it. Welcome to Frostpunk 2. It's a challenging game in which planning ahead is crucial and failure is a natural part of the experience. If you're a veteran of the original Frostpunk, we could say you can start with the officer difficulty or higher. Otherwise start at citizen. I'm gonna start at citizen because I'm new to the game mechanics. Here we go. So this is where you can do your difficulty levels. Citizen, officer, steward, and captain. You can also manually adjust. I think this is pretty neat. Many games don't have this. You can manually do economy, weather, frostland, and society difficulty levels. And when you hover over it, it says the exact difficulty change that will produce. So you can start playing with Deluxe Edition.
Do you hear us?
A generation ago.
My game's starting to look so realistic. It's crazy. Imagine showing this to our great-grandparents. Insane graphics. Too realistic. It's really insane.
I held New London together. United. We survived 30 years.
A whiteout is like, there's so much snow, everyone is so cold. So you need to have a generator to produce heat.
The world around us is dead. Empty.
Right. Take it.
Who's that, Lilith? Yo, I got a devil on my shoulder.
Vestas.
Merely surviving is not enough. We have to expand.
She sounds seductive.
It's us who survive the end of the world.
Dangerously. She's seducing me to do bad things. You know what this reminds me of? The Marius cinematic from Diablo 2. Wrinkled old man, whispers, shadows. It's freaking awesome vibe. Oh, you guys think so too? Yeah, Marius. You have done very well, Marius. And now, you shall have your reward. So the Wanderers are the people that live in our colony. We've been roaming the frozen desert for years. Many of us do not remember a world before the Great Frost. Now another whiteout is coming, and again we've reached the old machine. Again we will rely on its furnace to provide heat through the storm. In the past, we always made sure there were enough supplies for the next whiteout, but our numbers have grown throughout the years. Providing for everyone is getting harder and harder. Must survive, survive. Wanderers, even more D2 vibe. True. What a contraption. Prologue, The Wanderers. It's so gorgeous, the snowscape and the mountains. It looks so realistic. The old dreadnought remains in pieces under layers of snow, but the scattered wagons still have resources inside. First, we must break ice to reach one of the oil wagons and construct an extraction district to use it. Then, we can turn on the dreadnought's furnace to heat us. We will restart the furnace! Alright. Let's begin frost breaking. So, over here we got oil and there's more oil there, so we're gonna cut our way through it. All the way over here. It says I need to do 8 frost breaking hexes. As far as I know, I have to do all of the 8. So then that begins. Construction. This costs workforce and scraps. So let's see, where's my resources? My population is 3,000. Population is rising steadily. As soon as population meaningfully increases, the city will prepare a census to count how many workers we have available. The better the overall situation in the city, the more children that live to adulthood, and the more outsiders seek to gain entry. And then you can press T for tutorial. That's pretty useful. When population grows to a certain threshold. Yeah. Population growth progress 22%. So if they're happy and not dying from cold, and I'm not cannibalizing my own people and leaving the dead on the street, etc., then people are generally happy, and then we'll get it on, and we'll get babies. We'll get so many babies. So X is the hotkey to start frost breaking, and B is the hotkey for building buildings. So we need some housing. I think the only places that I can build is over here. And it wants me to do 6 housing for district. 6 hexes. Select 6 tiles to construct district. So it looks like this is one district requiring 6 hexes, but it allows me to choose the location adaptively. And this is what's free now. And then this is going to be my generator. It's not on yet, and it can't be on yet because I don't have oil. I don't have fuel. But eventually it will be, and then it'll be warmer when I'm nearby. And then houses that touch houses are warmer than houses that don't touch houses. And houses that touch generator generally are warmer, of course. So they're finishing their frost breaking, which means we can start an extraction district. Well, not yet. I don't think they're done yet. This is the frost breaking progress. I just hope they don't eat the cats and dogs in this game. Let us pray it is so. Could you keep us posted on the game's performance? Yep. I am at 50 FPS, but I will say, one, I'm streaming. I'm also local recording, which I think is not really important. I could turn that off, but I mean, maybe I want to put it on YouTube. And then I also put everything on absolute max. Ultra high. The default was at like high. I wanted to stress test things. So I have my frame limit at 120. I turned on DLSS. I have ultra quality upscaling, which means I'm relying less on the upscaler and more on brute strength. And then I put everything else on ultra high. So I wanted to see if this was going okay, since I have a 4080 super. And so far I feel like it's good. I have 53 FPS, so that could be better. I could lower it. Let me also go ahead and move chat a bit, so that it doesn't cover that economy overlay text over there. Let me know if it blocks anything else. Thanks for the sub, Falstaff. How can they predict a whiteout will happen 86 weeks from now? I told them. I told them it's happening. So we can continue breaking towards this oil here. Actually, we already broke to the oil. We can just start kind of... Maybe not this. We can start going downhill to some of that food. So we'll start breaking like this. Alright. Yo, thanks for the sub, JW. So that frost breaking is beginning. This housing district is coming. Frost break to an oil wagon constructed district. That's underway. And then you can press 1, 2, and 3 for faster game speed, like this. And you can press space to pause the game. Our workforce is 1400. Available is 1400. Employed 550. This is a little different than Frostpunk 1. Right? In Frostpunk 1, it was very much like, yo, you got 40 workers and 20 engineers, and it looks more automated, that part here. Of course, yeah, it's grander scale, exactly. You give projects. Yo, thanks, first, sir. Thanks for the sub. Okay, we have oil, so we can turn on the generator now. So let's turn it on. Base output 60 heat. Lower temperature increases heat demand. So the furnace is on. We have enough oil. We have enough oil to cover current needs, but the cold will still affect our people until they have proper shelter. Housing will best protect us from the cold if built in close proximity to other housing or the furnace itself, but we need prefab parts. We brought some and we can extract more from wagon wreckages. Now, can I change the temperature at all? I don't know. Built another housing district, okay. Looks like the frost breaking has completed to here, hasn't it? Or did it cancel the frost breaking? Yeah, I thought I started this. There we go. There's an emerging situation here. You have to click it. As the thick black liquid oozes through the pipes, our people rejoice. The carcass of this old machine is a testament to the hardships that made us, but more importantly, it's our haven in the storm. It has allowed us to weather many whiteouts, and it will do so again. We have oil, we can turn on the furnace. You just did a second width of frost break, you had already done one? Ah, really? Oh, okay.
Okie dokie.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, that's fine. We can use that later. So it's asking us to do another housing district. Should probably be closer to the generator, actually. I wonder if they stopped the frost breaking up there. No, they don't. So you can have multiple going at the same time. Frost break to a construction wagon and build an extraction district to provide prefabs. So if you hold Alt, you can find other things. This is the construction wagon. Okay, so we need to break towards here too. And the reason that I can't is because I don't have available workforce. Yeah, it needs 300 and we only have 250. So we have to wait for the other jobs to finish. Yo, Cactus Kid, thanks for the sub. Minor hunger. Minor disease. Notable cold. But why are they complaining about proper shelter? I already made housing district. Demolish all this. Deactivate district. And what's this? Oh. Reduce available housing capacity. My bad. Alright, let's dig over here. And then... since it always wants me to do 8, I might as well make use of digging deeper. Minus 50, minus 20. Oh, materials scarce. Extraction district, demand 20, unfulfilled. Shortage of materials to fulfill demand will greatly contribute to squalor. What is squalor? Squalor is a fancy word for a poor state of things. A poor state of things, like a sorry state of things. So essentially you can see it as a kind of unrest, disorder, unhappiness. Okay, we can build a extraction district here. Materials scarce. Food scarce. Shelter scarce. Why?
Okie dokie.
Because we need to build more housing. Right here. This is nice and warm. Why can't I build here? Let me see. Oh, there's already housing here. There we go. Yo, Raskrea, thanks, man. I'm gonna speed it up a bit. Gain access to food. We have established some heat and shelter. We must now turn our attention to the incoming whiteout. First, we must frostbreak to the small patches of fertile soil suitable for growing food. Then, we must store it in easily accessible depots. We must move quickly so no one starves. This frostbite, I'm gonna lose my fingers. So how's our generator doing? Looking good. Okay. So we have, when you hold Alt, you can see available resource deposits. And so we need to start, what's this? H, hub, food stockpile hub, frost breaking, food district. My assumption is I need to build that on top of grows food and fertile soil. Yeah, I need to build it on top there. So right there. And then H, food stockpile hub, can build it like over here. It looks like it only needs one slot. But I wonder what the blue is. Just build it here. Yeah, just build it right in between these two. My assumption is food stockpile hub doesn't need to be warm. Build a food district. So that's being built. Long way to carry food. You think so? It has to carry it there? Doesn't the task tell you how to do it? Yeah, it does, kind of. So if we go to food, like it already kind of told us about it. Not this. There's no food section here. One thing I don't like is I can't build less than what they tell you. That was my first impression as well. But that's actually not what's happening. You think it needs you to build 3 slots of food district. But actually, the way you should see it is that one food district takes 3 slots. One of which needs to be built on the fertile, and the other 2 slots are flexible, but that's how big it is. So you can't build less than what they're asking, the same way you can't build a burrow that's half size in Warcraft 3, which also takes 4 slots. You see what I'm saying? At first I thought, why do I need to build 6 housing immediately? But that's not what we're doing. We're building one district that is 6 hexes. Yeah, it's a flexible shape, exactly. It's like a 4 hex burrow in Warcraft 3, but you can make it a line or a square. Or a horse jump, a bishop jump from chess. So once I realized that, I was okay with it. But at first I thought, why do I need to build 6 houses right away? Is this some kind of weird tutorial? We've secured our immediate survival. Now we have to max stockpile. We need to produce more food than our current demand. So shelter is looking good, fulfilled. And food is not yet enough, so it seems like we need to go for more food. Grow more food. So we're gonna expand all the way from there to here. Oh. I could have gone up the hill here too, which might be a bit closer, but I decided to go... Actually, that would be better. Cancel this? Can I cancel this? No. No, I can't cancel it. We're not stockpiling food. Yeah, because in fact we're a little hungry. Yeah, you can drag Frostbreak. Yeah, I'll just do another Frostbreak. Workforce, absent 2, general sick 2, available 529, employed 1400, housing district, extraction, food, stockpile. Alright. And what about the ones that are frostbreaking? Minus 600, right. So I could do one more frostbreaking job if I wanted to. So I have a setting that when you open some dialogue window like this, game time slows down a bit. Not entirely, but a bit. You can turn that on or off as you like. You can frostbreak from the other side of the generator. Oh, we can go right from here. They can walk over it. Alright. So they're gonna go over here. Ah, and they just appear from out of nowhere, right? Yeah, this is an interesting contraption. I didn't know they could walk over this. Does Frostbreak cost anything? Yes. 300 workforce temporarily. They go back to becoming available. And 30 scraps. And how much scraps have I got? Oh, it's this. Income per week, 21. Ah, so I'm getting taxes. Scraps is a stockpilable resource that can be spent on frostbreaking, funding, construction, or when using specific actions. Scraps are collected weekly, where everybody provides their share, and the bigger the community, the more they contribute. You can use Take Scraps action on Wanderers, which will increase the scraps in your stockpile, but worsen your relationship and lower your result. As a result, your trust as a leader. You can also do return scraps, paying dividends to the people. Indeed, costs you scraps, but improves relations and trust. Cool. So the white area has previously been... No. Okay. The blackened area has previously been frostbroken. The white area is frostbreakable. And the hexed area is not frostbreakable because I haven't got that far yet. I see. It takes a while to understand the UI. But I understand it now. Can make another food district. Will it make a difference if I buy the game through the stream link? It will not cost you more, nor will I earn more. But by clicking the link of my link, by clicking it, and maybe the buying part via that, they will know that, you know, this sponsor is how you find it. So that's always nice. Finankel 42 gardening.
Came for Dota 2, stayed for the continuation of Sekiro.
Oh. We've been here so many times. The soil is depleting. A couple more and there will be no point erecting the hothouses. There'll be nothing to grow food on. And the yield is so low. Either we pull emergency shifts or tighten our belts. Otherwise, there might not be enough for everyone. We might not be able to fill food stockpiles without exceptional measures. Optional, instruct the Wanderers to tighten belt or order emergency shift. Stockpile enough food to survive the whiteout. So how would I even do that? Oh, here. Community? Wait, I had 3,000 people. What happened to the 30? We've been roaming the cold, harsh world for many years. May the black path lead us. May we tread on the promised land. Favors, trust, tighten belts. Hunger is increased. Food demand per capita is decreased. Take scraps. I will get 163, but they'll get mad. Return scraps. Cost 207. We can't do any of these. You will need to run to get more food. Look how much you're consuming and generating. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm working on it. Just need to do more food districts. What's going on here? Into the black, burying the dead. We mourn those who have recently passed. As is our custom, we take them to the oil pits. Really? We gently lower their bodies into the thick blackness, the fuel that keeps us warm in life, likewise preserves us in death. But death also erodes trust in our leaders. Oh, so they're expediting the whole process where... Because you guys know how oil is made. Trust and relations fall every time people die. Emergency shifts. Trust falls slightly. Oil, how is oil made? It was put into the ground by Jesus to give us all of our energy needs and to test our faith against those who would make us believe that it is the ancient deposits of insects and dinosaurs and all life past from millions of years ago. So we could turn on overdrive to make people warmer. But that's something we generally save for whiteouts. Materials scarce. Okay, we need more materials as well. Where do we get more materials? And what's this? Against the elements. Each day the wind grows fiercer. Relentlessly it beats against our buildings, weakening our structures gust by gust. Without raw materials to repair the damage, our districts will deteriorate. The more we build, the more materials we'll need. This is the world we know. Promise to gather more. All that matters right now is gathering food. Yeah, we'll try to get more. All right. Maintain our infrastructure. There's materials right here. Okay. And did we go all the way to the food yet? Yes. Food district. So now we're plus 37 on food. So we're actually stockpiling food, which is great. But the materials are so scarce. Unfulfilled. What does it mean? What does it mean when it's unfulfilled? Population dropped? Yeah, I lost 30 people. I don't know how. Unfulfilled contributes to squalor. Yeah, I played Frostpunk 1 to the MNX. You have a promise to have to fulfill or yeah. How can you have negative material? Yo, I think we should do some emergency shifts. Alright, so we can get some more materials. Double shifts, alright? How long is that gonna go? With little regard for their safety. Heat is also low. Yeah, we can go overdrive for a bit. How would I increase heat anyway? What about those technology upgrades you could do in Frostpunk 1? Because it hasn't given me like a lot of ways to improve the effectiveness. Great stream, very demure. Oh my god. Are you gonna mule here too? What was it? Demure and? It was demure and something.
Okie dokie.
This is a hawk to a free stream. It's a demure free stream. Mindful. I'm trying to keep up with these things, but some things do not deserve being kept up with. Yo, thanks, Pepper. So I'll turn on overdrive for a bit. I think it's gonna make people happy. Built-in extraction districts on a maintenance wagon. Maintenance wagon. There. Maintenance. Okay. That's a good idea. We'll do 2. Thanks, Pepper. What is a hawk to? You don't want to know. You don't want to know most of this. You need materials to make maintenance of the districts, or everything will accumulate debris and cause disease. Yeah, that's why I'm having them work twice as fast here, the night shift. in the extraction district. Prefabs remaining 175. The abandoned wagon once used to transport prefabs. So there is 175. These prefabs, right? They're not the same as materials. This is not producing materials. Wait, it's a consumer of materials? Oh yeah! So when I make them work in night shift... Ah, okay, okay. That doesn't do anything. That doesn't help. This one is producing oil and also costs materials. Housing costs heat. So overdrive is on. You want to make sure your overdrive is pretty close to 0 when the whiteout begins, but like it's fine to use it now. Overdrive actually uses the same amount of fuel, but will produce more heat, which makes people happier. But this one also requires materials and builds food. Ah, so we have lots of food production, but we have lots of scarcity of materials. And what will these do? This also costs materials. And produces materials. Oh. Oh, well, that's good then. Oh, that's good. What is this? Resource prefabs. Ah. What's going on here? Tria Cleghorn, 62, seamstress, so others may live. My knees ache and my fingers are so stiff I can't hold the needle anymore. I've lived a full life. It warms my heart to see little Betty and Jacob play by the evening fire, but maybe this is it. I've talked with the other elders. If it comes to it, we will go. I won't let my grandchildren starve. Some people are ready to sacrifice themselves to lower the food required. Aww. We need more people like this. Can we make this a religion? Is this game an RTS? Debatably so. It is real-time but pausable, but technically Warcraft 3 is pausable as well. It is real-time. You can even choose survival mode where it's definitely real-time and you aren't allowed to pause. It is strategy, so it is essentially an RTS. But most people would not even begin to equate this to StarCraft. That's because there's many different types of RTS. Tower defense RTS, survival RTS, base building RTS, classic melee multiplayer combat RTS. So this is the base building RTS variant. Single player, not multiplayer, so therefore not competitive, but difficult, challenging, strategy full and rich. And in this one, you have to survive against the elements. So there's no waves of zombies like in some other base building RTS. You're fighting against the world itself. Overdrive is on. Our demand for heat is higher than we're supplying. Then how do we get more heat? Stockpile enough food. Instruct the wanderers to tighten belts. Order emergency shifts. Optional, right? We did that a bit, right? So resource deposit nearly depleted. Oh shit, okay. Ah, good work. Now we are gathering enough materials to maintain our districts. Time to focus on stockpiling food for the whiteout. Relationships improve.
Okie dokie.
Relations improve, causing trust to rise. Yo, thanks AJG. Oil is heat. Okay, so we need to provide more oil. It requires 60 oil. And we are providing 60. Isn't that enough then? Affecting other districts near generator. Plus 20 heat demand. Let's check this out. Pay attention to where you construct districts, as area of effects may give them additional positive or negative effects. Area of effects are caused by environmental circumstances and proximity to other districts. Area effects are applied when at least 3 district tiles are located within it. While constructing any district, tooltip will indicate whether your current build has any area effects applied. Oh, that's the orange part. When all dots are filled, the effect will be applied to the district. Whether your current build has any area of effects applied, 1 dot represents 1 tile under its influence. For example, it's beneficial to place housing districts near other housing districts to benefit from mutual heating. Alright. Squalor. If only a great streamer with competitive RTS experience had a video breaking down each type of strategy game. You're in luck, sir. So it looks like the demand is higher than the supply of heat. Heat is limited. Unfulfilled 86. Demand, Dreadnought Wreck, Housing District, Extraction District, Food District. So essentially they are unhappy about the amount of heat available in the Food District. But how would I even get them to be happy? They're so far away from the generator. It also means that running this thing on overdrive doesn't do any good. Gonna turn this off. Hey, that did actually make them more unhappy. 2040 80 90. 2040 80 90. Demand 230. Demand 230. Unfulfilled 110. Yeah, I mean, it'd be great if I could build heat pipes or something, but it has not given me... Requires 45 more prefabs. Oh, we can't build food and housing districts anymore. We need to find more prefab materials. Construction wagon. Could start getting some oil too. Oh no, we can't. We literally cannot because we don't have enough prefabs. Yo, I think we need to run night shifts again. There's 95, 3 weeks of prefabs remaining. Oh shit, whiteout is in 1 week. Hold on. What? We need 40,000 food to survive the whiteout. Oh no, I read it wrong. Oh my god. It's in 51 weeks. Woo! Jesus! It did show 1 for a second, did it? Messing with me. Seals, if we hunt them all, we'll definitely have enough for the whiteout. Ah, so that's the fertile ground they're talking about. I thought I did this. Maybe I turned it off by accident. How's the housing situation? Our population is rising steadily. Total demand for heat, 20. Are they fulfilled? We're getting food extra, we're getting materials extra, shelter, available 40, all communities 40, fulfilled 40. I should at least get ready for more. I can't frost break because I don't have enough workforce. Okay, so let's just finish the 2 current projects. Get the heat demand will also stop people dying. Yeah, I just don't know how I can add more heat. Besides, you know, turning this overdrive on. And I'm not sure why this is helping, because I thought it's the more distant districts. I do have, by the way, a help guide. You know, this is one of those sponsor activations where they say you have no talking points. Just give your real opinion. But they were nice enough to give a list of hints, actually. So instead of giving rules, they give extra information in case I get stuck. Some areas have larger food deposits than others. Every construction costs prefab. If you can't construct something due to lack of money, scraps, you can take scraps from your civilians. Yeah. How can I do new heat? Yeah, I think that's not offered yet. I don't think there's a way. At the moment, I don't think there's a way yet for me to spread heat. I think that's because it's distributing game mechanics piecemeal. Okay, we can extract more oil. And construction. More prefabs. Good. Just build more oil. Really? Hey, what's going on here? Why is it red? Deactivated. No access to resource deposit. What? Prefabs remaining nil. Wait, so fast? Oh, it did say 3 weeks. Oh, so then we could just deconstruct it. It ran out. A mysterious symbol. One of our frost-breaking crew uncovered the frozen remains of a man in a tattered uniform. His shoulder patch reads, New London Scouts, 3rd Platoon, and he bears an obscure insignia. Some of our elders claim it belongs to a military organization, while others argue it has a religious significance. Maybe you've heard of this New London before, and you can settle their debate. This is from Frostpunk 1. It symbolizes order. It symbolizes faith. I don't recognize this symbol. This will create a continuity in which New London has leaned on either order or faith to survive. New London is a city of devotion that established a new religion and follows the guidance of a zealous clergy. New London is a city of discipline that follows strong leadership and where militant squads keep the peace. I think you need a little religion in a situation like this. I greatly feel the benefits of a religious people. Lack of prefabs. There may be some prefabs left in one of the construction wagons. Otherwise we can salvage it by demolishing existing. Yeah. Oh, I was never even extracting this oil yet. It's coming. Speed up game time. Colder season. Heat demand is increased. What? And I'm already on overdrive 31%. Well, I have to keep it running for a bit. People are cold ass. Negative 191. Minor disease. Slightly increased by squalor. Squalor is minor, but it's diminishing. It was minor because we were lacking materials. And then hunger is absent. Stable because we're stockpiling. Good stuff. Very nice. Hey. Hey. Heat is in a much better spot. Oh, so we really just needed more oil. Cool. Now how about we got prefabs here. How about working a little faster to get those prefabs out? We got more food sources potentially. I think food is ramping up pretty fine. So extraction district will cost 70. So let's just wait till we have 70. Oh, we have it. So now we can get more oil. This one's getting oil. So because we have more oil, that's why we're putting out more heat. But we have to turn off the overdrive a bit because we need to get this down to 0 when the whiteout begins. Now, I think this is the map. I don't think there's somewhere else you can go. So we already know of all the resources and we're already using them. So I think we got this. Oh, it's saved. Always a good sign. I wonder if I'm gonna need more shelter. If the people are gonna grow, then yes. But I don't have the workforce. I don't have the workforce to do extraction district. I don't have the workforce to actually do frost breaking. So I would have to temporarily reduce workforce in one of the places. Like one of these, the material supplying. So let's say I put this on 80%, and I put this on 80%. Then my workforce is 187. So now I can do frost breaking again. And then for housing district, we will need 100 workforce. So when they're done with the frost breaking. Hopefully building more housing also makes them happier. So now I think we can put them back to work here. Just needed them for the breaking for a bit. Reminder, every time it saves or does an event, it resets game speed. Cheers. The whiteout draws near a sacrifice. People in the camp are getting tense. They worry we won't gather enough food in time. Our hunters propose to slaughter the remaining seals, including pups and females. This will allow us to gather much more food, but will wipe out what could be the last colony of these creatures on Earth. What a terrible idea! Clubbing? No. However, many elders have volunteered to walk into the Frostland rather than be a burden on our resources. Their sacrifice would significantly reduce the rations we need for the whiteout. What should we do? The whiteout will arrive in 33 weeks. We currently have stockpiled 18,000. Yeah, and we're getting how much food? We're getting like 120 food. I guess that's per week. So 33 times 120. No, it can't be. That's probably per day. 120 times 7 times 33. Oh, I'm gonna have enough. It's gonna be fine. We're on schedule. So I will not slaughter. The last of the seal colony will be butchers. And I'm not letting the elders go. Don't resort to extremes. If you fail, the consequences will be dire. I need my old people, man. So there, we can stop the emergency shifts here. Because we got plenty of prefabs now. Just not enough workforce. Our population is rising steadily. As soon as population meaningfully increases, then the city will prepare a census. Yeah, I wonder what the... I wonder how long that takes. 117 food. So in order to build another food district... Yeah, there's no point really, because even if I build it now, I can't utilize it yet. Food remaining 10,000, 33 weeks. Food remaining 125 weeks. It looks like we have enough. Are prefabs useless after building all required buildings? I think so. That's how I understand it. Do old people actually give any benefit, like wisdom or training? While it may seem that old people are indeed useless, they raise morale when you don't send them into the death. Having some old people around raises morale in general. It strengthens family ties. Constructing any type of structure requires prefabs. I think you don't need prefab anymore after you've built everything you want. Unless there's special events. Yeah, I think prefabs and old people are both mostly quite useless. But maybe old people also work in the workforce, actually. Wouldn't you need more food since you're creating another housing? Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to get more food. The heat situation is much better than before. We definitely need to stop overdriving. This one's making oil that can't be messed with. This one is making prefabs. I'm gonna lower this to just 20%. And then we can lower the materials a bit as well. So now we can make another food location. What's going on here? More warehouses. Our stockpile is almost full, but we still need more for the whiteout. The food wagons themselves will be buried under snow. So we should build more warehouses to preserve a stockpile of food we can easily access during the storm. I see. And what's this? Decrease the efficiency. Yeah, that's because we removed people, right? So we do need to build that. Food stockpile hub, 100 workforce, 80 prefabs. Oh, okay. We do need a little bit more, but we are still producing 4 per week. So in 2 weeks we'll have enough. There, we have enough. H. Just need the 100 workforce, right? We have 5 right now. This food district finished. We can, is it full already? Stockpile full. Oh no, it's terrible! This must be dealt with very rapidly. We are not stockpiling. Post haste. Okay. Yeah. I didn't know it only stores that little. Now I think we really don't need prefab anymore. Like, at all. Just gonna deactivate it. Material production. How much material do we have? Oh, you always need material, right? So available 240. Extraction district, food district. I think we can lower this as well. We have a surplus of 24. Get more people in food. There. Everything is being utilized. Read stockpile info. It's better placed near production district. Okay, I'll read it. Proximity workforce. Demand in neighboring food districts is decreased. Stockpile capacity for food. Proximity workforce. So I should have built it next to the, like somewhere on the other side of the map. It's funny because you don't see anyone walking to the food. You don't get the same sense of logistics. It takes fewer workers. Really? 100? 100. It looks like it's always 100. Food districts take fewer workers if it's closer to a food deposit. Do you not see anyone now? Yeah, you don't see the micromanagement, the hustle and bustle of single people walking. You should have built it next to food districts. It would lower the worker demands of food district. Oh shit. Well, I could still rebuild it. But I wonder, right? If I destroy this, will this junk my food? Will that like instantly throw out 6,000 food? Let's test it out. Just a test, right? Alright, it just stops stockpiling, but it does not remove the stockpile. Because I don't get all the prefabs back, I had to gather a little bit more. So if I build this here is better. Near food stockpile hub. Minus 10% workforce requirement. Ah. Oh, so that's the adjacency bonus. The whole blue dotted line that one sees. So the new game is hex grid rather than rings? Exactly. So now are we stockpiling again? Yeah. And it was 160 before, it's still 160. Oh. 36 output. But that's because I lowered the workforce. Oops. Material is underproducing. By the way, I can give some money to the Wanderers. We have 660 scraps. Return scraps greatly improves relations. You don't get the bonus unless you meet 3. What do you mean meet 3? Like it has to be here? You need to fill all 3 blue lines for the bonus to activate? Oh shit, really? Like the 3 slots of a food district. You would have needed to frost break, then tuck it in the middle. Okay, got it. That's fine. First time. +1 oil. +0. +1 oil. Oh, we're stockpiling? Whiteout arriving in 4 weeks. Stockpiles ready in 2 weeks at the current rate. Nice. We've made it. 12 sick people have returned to work in the old dreadnought. It's funny though, right? It says population is rising, but we're not seeing it. We did it! We secured enough food to survive the incoming whiteout. Our workers will make some last-minute preparations before the storm arrives. We should try and keep our people warm for this time. We will survive. We're maxed out. 2 weeks left. So now we could actually stop gathering food. If we wanted to. We can disassemble this because there's no more food here. Oh no, there's very little food here. There is a kind of acceleration delay. Like when I press right on the keyboard, you see how it like pans for a bit? And this creates like a smooth panning effect. I think it's cool, but maybe it should also be able to be turned off. Because it makes it slightly harder to be accurate while moving around with the sliders. Can you enjoy this game without playing the first? For sure you can. I've played the first, but it doesn't really... by the way, there should be a... there should be a extension. I tried to turn this on before the stream, but when I asked about it, they said the extension will not be available until the very moment of stream beginning. So let's see if you guys can co-vote for things. Hold on. And normally I prepare these things before the stream, but this time literally could not. So I'll connect with Twitch and see if the extension now works. And then you can vote on sending kids to the mines. This Twitch integration does not need to be configured on Twitch. Go to your in-game settings menu. Yep. Activate. Set as overlay 1. Replace Slater relics. Done. And this should also teach you guys a bit about the game, supposedly. I think it's working now. We see it? Nice. Wait until the whiteout hits. 1 week. So I can give them even more money. It is too soon to perform this action again. So they really like me right now. Relations favorable. Because I gave them so much money. Is this an RTS but offline? Yeah, kind of. Are we role-playing the Wanderers? The Wanderers are the name of our people. Here it is. The whiteout is here. The preparations are over. I wonder if that's the first mission or there will be additional challenges coming up. Look at that. Minus 1,000. Jeez. When the whiteout hit the camp, the Wanderers were ready. Everyone was thankful we acted fast and gathered enough food in time. The miracle of the seal colony strengthened our hope that our journey will lead to a promised land. Our elders have added this story to our great tales, alongside warnings about a sinful city that still pumps smoke into the sky. We survived. We survived the end of the world.